Welcome to StevoTalks. I am Stevo. In this video, I'm going to sort of give you my take on a very controversial question that I've seen get sort of asked in various sort of like different media on YouTube, Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. And that question is, does body count matter? Now, before again, I'll be honest. I actually think that question is it's a bit stupid. There's no right answer to it at all. Obviously, some people will find body count would be important to them. You know, it bothers them. They say yes, it's important. Whereas other people will say no, it doesn't bother me. It's not important. Now, I will add to that I actually think that depending on the response, whether it's important to you or not important, is sort of heavily, dare I say, depending on, it's quite gender specific. So basically, let's just say there's one gender that overall in mass would say it's not important, and then there's another gender that I think in mass would overall say it is important. So let me just say first that I think females would tend to go towards not finding it important, or at least not important in the sense of it being like a negative. And I think most males would find it important in sort of a negative way. It would bother a lot of males. So let me just try and at least sort of like break it down how I sort of see it. So if we're looking at females and they're asked the question, does body count matter? Obviously, I'm not female, so I can't definitively speak for every female, but like I say, this is just my perspective on it. I think a lot of females will say, no, it doesn't matter, in the sense of, has the woman got a large body count? But they would probably say it does matter in the sense if a guy has a large body count. Now, the reason being, at least from sort of like what I've listened to and what I've read, women tend to like guys that have more experience. So they don't really want someone that, let's say, you know, hasn't slept with anyone before, and then it goes to the bedroom and the guy doesn't know what to do and is fumbling around, and you know, he doesn't know how to take a bra off, and he doesn't know how to lead. He doesn't know what is good. You know, women, I think in that sense, will say that body count is important, and it's essentially sort of like maybe more of a positive for a guy to have a bigger body count, because it shows that he has experience, shows that, okay, yeah, you know, he's been with a few women, and he knows how to act, he knows how to, you know, do things, proceed, and all of that. But then they'd probably say, when it comes to a woman, no, it doesn't matter. It's okay. It's okay if a woman has a large body count, because if guys can go around sleeping with lots of women, then why can't girls do it? So no, it's not important in that sense. So yeah, like you see, I think from a woman's perspective, they would probably want a guy to have more experience, not necessarily like have a large body count, slept with like hundreds of girls, but at least sort of have more experience. And basically you get more experience through more dating and more relationships, and obviously sort of like having sex more often. Now, when it comes to the guys, I mean, obviously this is where a lot of the time it sparks fury, because I think if you went and asked most guys, does body count matter, they would say yes, in sort of like more of a negative way. They would say they don't want the girl that they're with to have a large body count. Now, again, I think overall most men would like to lead in the bedroom, and if they are sort of like with a girl that, say, probably has more experience, dare I say, it could sort of be a little bit emasculating to the guy. So again, that sort of like can be thought of as sort of a negative. And I think a lot of women don't realise this. A lot of the time, like, guys generally like to see their girlfriend, their wife is sort of like innocent, even though probably obviously like deep down they know that she's maybe slept with a couple of guys. They don't want to know about it. They don't want to hear about it. They like the idea of sort of like their girlfriend or wife being sort of innocent. So if a guy hears that his wife or his girlfriend has got a high body count, that sort of shatters that whole dream thing, like, in his head. That will just sort of like destroy that completely. And I know it sounds shallow, and I don't mean it to, but it's just how sort of, at least like I'm speaking from a guy's perspective, it's just how guys are sort of wired. And I think even the most like liberal of guys, deep down, sort of like if they're being interviewed in the street, say like the most liberal left wing sort of guy would probably be like, oh no, it doesn't bother me, it doesn't bother. It does. Maybe not as much, but it does. He'll probably just put on a brave face and say, oh no, it doesn't bother me, it's all fine, it's okay. If it's his wife or girlfriend or someone that he cares about, then deep down it will bother him. It really will. If it's not someone that he cares about, then he probably won't care. See, a lot of women don't I think a lot of women don't get this with guys, because like I think I mentioned in another video, like guys will just sleep with girls and not really want a relationship. And I know there's women do it as well, but like guys will do that. And so sort of like, I think it was in like the promiscuous video that I made, which go check it out. But yeah, if a guy knows that a girl is promiscuous, he's going to know that she's probably got a high body count and that she's been around, and he will quite gladly jump into bed with her and sleep with her, but he won't want a relationship because she's got a high body count. It's sort of like I say, I don't mean it to sound like misogynistic. I really don't, but I think it's just how a lot of guys are wired. It's just how we, or most of us, sort of like perceive it. We want we like women to be sort of more innocent. I'm not saying dumb, stupid, can't do anything, can't have a job. I'm not saying any of that, but it's just in sort of like the relationship sort of thing. They sort of like to see, I think a guy likes to feel sort of masculine, and he wants his girl to be more feminine. And if you're in a relationship and sort of like the guy's being more feminine and the girl's having to be more masculine, it's like counterproductive. It's sort of like, the same ends of two magnets. It just repels. It doesn't work. So like just sort of like the question, does body count matter? I mean, the straight up answer is really yes and no. It depends who's asking and who you're asking it to. I mean, sort of like I think a way like a woman might see a guy. Like, okay, we already mentioned sort of like the way a woman may see a guy with high body count. She'll probably see, oh well, he's experienced. He clearly knows how to get women. He knows how to treat women, how the lingo, the talking, and all this sort of stuff, and taking them out, and so sort of I don't have to do anything. I don't have to like push or coerce or basically put the boots on. I don't have to play the masculine role in this relationship. He's a guy, he can play the masculine role. I think if a woman saw a guy that had sort of a lower body count, that would possibly make her think he's not experienced. He doesn't know how to handle himself around women. He's not been with a lot of women. Yeah, he. If I were to start a relationship with this guy, I would probably be having to, push and prod and coerce him into sort of like doing things and try to and basically play the sort of the masculine role. And I think the way a guy sees, say, a girl with a low body count, he'll see that as she's innocent, she has morals and standards, she doesn't just go out with anyone, she doesn't just sleep with anyone. She's choosy about who she is intimate with, and these are all things that guys find attractive. Like if a guy's with a girl who has got a low body count, and that girl is choosing this guy, then it's going to make this guy feel like good. It's going to make him feel great because this girl hasn't been sleeping around, hasn't been with this guy and that guy, and going out and doing all. It will be like, she's not back all these other, if she's pretty attractive, chances are she's not back to all these other guys because they've tried it on with her. She's not all these other guys back, and she's chosen me, and that will make the guy feel really, really good. On the flip side, if a guy knows that a girl has got a high body count, he's going to be thinking, is she going to just be with me for a week and then dump me, then go out with someone else? Is she just playing around? Is she sort of like serious? Does she like me for me, or she just want sex? There's going to be sort of like all these negative thoughts. I mean, that's if the guy actually likes this girl and wants a relationship. Like I say, it's different if it's just a promiscuous girl, then he's not overall interested for like relationship, then yeah, he'll just have fun and not worry about anything else. But if he really, really likes this girl and then he finds out that she's promiscuous and she's got a high body count, it's going to shatter his dreams. It really is. Like I said, I don't mean this to sound bad towards women. I mean, it automatically just comes off bad, and I'm sorry, but that is just, that to me, that's just the nature of the beast. That's just how it is. So, how you found this video insightful? I'm sure if enough people watch it, I'll get some interesting comments. I mean, yeah, please, leave a comment. Tell me what you think, if it's important, if it isn't important, and if there's any women watching it, then please leave a comment as well. Like I said, I don't mean this to be like nasty or horrible. I'm just sort of like saying it as I see it. That's all I'm doing. But yeah, I appreciate if you leave a comment. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe as well. Like I say, it helps me try and just grow the channel. Just trying to get out there and doing some stuff. So I do all of those. Comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.